working with the Town of Windsor circuit rider and a Town of Windsor water customer to install a blue barrel rain catchment system. Today we're installing 5 55-gallon blue barrels for a total of 275 gallons of water savings. Rainwater catchment is an amazing way to help offset your irrigation needs by using a free resource, rain, that comes from the sky. So here we have our 5-barrel blue barrel rain catchment system. Each of these barrels holds 55 gallons for a total of 275 gallons in total. We have our leaf eater as one of the first points where water is going to begin entering this system. This leaf eater is an amazing tool to help keep the rainwater and the barrels clean. It's going to collect leaf litter and any debris as it rains and comes through the gutter. It's easy to remove this mesh screen and ensure that the system remains clean. Once the water exits this leaf eater, it gets diverted into our rain barrels. The rain barrel system is plumbed entirely underneath, so as they fill, they will all fill at the same time and they will drain at the same time. At the end of our system, we have a raised spigot so that our client can easily access the rainwater as these barrels fill. Again, they will drain at the same time. Once these barrels are completely full, the water is going to go back into our downspout and exit in the same path as it would normally. Now that we have an understanding of what we're going to be installing today, it's time to put the system together. Step 1, orient your barrels. Place barrels on cinder blocks, bung side down, to determine desired orientation. All bung openings must line up down the center lane between the cinder blocks. When you're placing the barrels, it's important to decide where you want your spigot and your drain valve. If you are placing your primary outlet off one end of the system, orient your barrels so the T-in ports, the coarse threaded bung, are closer to the end. Otherwise, the pipe may flex from side to side when you turn the tap on and off. Step 2, drill vent holes. Place barrels on clean working surface, bungs facing down. Use a 1 1/16 inch drill bit to make a vent hole in the same spot on top of each barrel. Do not insert your vents yet. Be sure to run the drill at full speed and bear down hard for clean holes. Drill T-in ports. Turn barrels bung side up, taking care to maintain the alignment that you set up in step 1. Drill out the T-in ports on the T-in caps, not the closed caps. Remember, the T-in caps are going to be your coarse threaded caps. You will use a 7/8 inch drill bit in order to drill in these T-ports. Use the bung opening itself to hold the cap while you drill. Place a plastic bag in the bung to catch any plastic debris. Center the drill bit carefully so you don't strip the inner threads. Step 4, sealing the bung. Wrap the threads on the closed cap, not the drilled cap, with pipe thread tape. Apply a bead of silicone around the bottom thread of each T-in cap. Screw your caps into the bung openings. Start by hand to ensure that they do not cross thread, then use a bung wrench to tighten securely. Now it's time to assemble your plumbing. We're going to take a look at the assembly guide on the Blue Barrel How-To Guide to understand how we're going to attach our T and our PVC pieces. We're going to be sure to dry fit all of the pieces, measuring twice before we cut to be sure that our plumbing assembly is in alignment with where our barrels are placed and that everything is measured correctly. Before we glue anything, we're going to make sure that all measurements look appropriate, and we're going to check in with our team.
Okay, so Lillian, what interested you in rainwater harvesting?
Number one, I'm really concerned about our climate and everything that's going on in our world right now in terms of our natural resources, and water is one of the things I think is most precious. So I have been trying myself using dishwater for watering plants, saving the bath water from my grandson's baths to take it outside, and when Windsor was providing recycled water, I took full advantage of that. I was really happy to get this opportunity because for me, it's everybody that does a small part is doing a big part. I'm really excited to use it and let my plants flourish and not have to worry about extremely high water bills and using water that I'd rather not waste. But my trees are the ones that I'm most concerned about, getting through the summer months. The palms, the crepe myrtle, the Japanese maple, my little lime tree, they require deep root watering during the summer so that they can survive. And if I have water collected in barrels, I will just put it into 5-gallon jugs, take my dolly, wheel it over, and be able to water them and keep them, growing and thriving during the hot summer months.
Step 6. Separating your unions. Once plumbing is assembled, number both sides of each union with corresponding numbers to ensure that the correct segments get reattached in the final steps of installation. Unscrew the unions to separate the T-ins. Secure your T-ins during step 7. Apply pipe thread tape to male adapters on the separated T-ins. Screw male adapters into T-in caps in a numbered order. Now it's time to put it all together. Place the long horizontal plumbing assembly down the center lane of your foundation. Carefully lift barrels onto the cinder blocks so that the corresponding numbers on plumbing segments line up, and reattach unions using your hands for a tight seal. Do not use a tool to tighten, as the unions may break or become difficult to detach in the future. Step 9, insert your vents. Insert a vent into the hole you drilled into each barrel in step 2. Insert all the way so that the rim rests on the barrel. If the vents feel loose, secure them with some silicone. Step 10, complete outlets. Install spigot and drain valve in their planned locations. Cut pipe and glue fittings on the spot to ensure desired placement. Use pipe thread tape for a good seal on all threaded connections. Do not use glue on any threaded connections. Step 11, connect to your downspout. To install the downspout diverter, drill a 1.5 inch hole into one barrel, high on the barrel wall. Insert the round grommet into the hole. Drill a 2 1/8 inch hole into your downspout so that the fill hose will be level when installed. Insert the rubberized diverter head into the downspout with the cupped side facing up. Secure with screws. Place a 1 16 inch insect netting, included, over one end of the fill hose and insert into the diverter. Insert the other end of your fill hose into the barrel. Next, apply your decals. Make sure that you have the do not drink sticker as close to each outlet as possible. Final step, collect the rain.